Lobbing in pickleball. It used to be kind of a dirty word for pickleball. Nobody liked the lobbers. They thought that was kind of a lazy shot to hit. Somebody just didn't know what else to do. A totally defensive shot. Most of the lobs were coming from the baseline and they were just thrown in there, and people thought, well, why is that they do that? Why do they only lob? But as the game's evolved, if you watch pickleball a lot, at the highest level, the open pro players, you see, even with the men who are 6'4" or more, you see lobs. The lob can be a very good offensive weapon. And this is another shot that you can use from the kitchen line. Again, deciding when to use this shot is the most important. If you try to hit it when you're off balance, if you try to flick it with your wrist, it's usually going to be short. And so that's going to end up coming right back at you. But if you can hit a lob from the kitchen line over the person right in front of you or over that person's backhand, it gets there pretty darn fast. When you hit a lob from the baseline, the people at the net have lots of time to adjust and be ready to get that ball. It's really hard to get it over two people's head that they're relatively mobile from the baseline. But from the kitchen line, if you can surprise somebody with a lob, it's surprising how you don't even have to hit it that perfectly. Again, it comes down to picking the right ball. If I am off balance and I go over here and I try to flip up a lob, probably not going to be great. If I've got a really short ball at the kitchen and I can't get it over the net unless I do that and I flip it up with my wrist, also not going to be great. Again, I want to look for that ball that hits me right in the zone I want, and I want to take my opponent by surprise. So let's see what this would look like. We're in a nice little dink rally. I've got my opponent kind of lulled, thinks I'm just going to dink all day. And then all of a sudden, all I did differently was from this position of dink, I raised my arm. Again, from the shoulder. I didn't do this. I didn't flip anything with my arm. I just took the ball from here, raised my arm, ball went right over his head. Again, you can do this on the forehand or the backhand, obviously. Some people are more comfortable one way or the other. Again, right over his head. While he is standing straight up is not my best time to try this shot. If I see that he's come into the kitchen and maybe his shoulders have come down a bit or his head's down because he's looking at the ball, or maybe he's over here and his head's down. When he's not in a great upright position ready, that's my best chance. If his head or body are already looking down, I don't even have to hit it as well. So I'm going to look for this shot. I'm going to look for my opportunity. I want to lull him into thinking all I'm going to do is dink. By dinking a few with him, I don't want to do it on the first ball, and then all I do is lift my arm. That one's not good. That one's not good. He doesn't know it's coming. No. Still dinking. This is a very effective shot. So this is your place that you want to hit offensive lobs. You don't have to hit it that hard. You don't have to hit it that far. It gets over them very quickly. There are other times to hit lobs. Sometimes people throw in a third shot surprise lob, or sometimes a transition zone lob. And those are okay, but those aren't quite as effective as getting somebody flat-footed from the kitchen line. And again, the biggest thing on this shot is disguise. Don't let them see that it's coming. Don't let them get their paddle up and get ready for it because they know you're going to do it. So also, don't have a pattern. There are definitely players that have patterns. You know, if they've hit 3 dinks, next one's going to be a lob. So make sure you're not predictable. Pick the right shot and try out this shot. Try to use it, don't lose it. Use it as a weapon.